phone off. Turn it off. Turn your cell phone off. Turn it off. Turn your cell phone off. Turn it off. Turn your cell phone off.
All right, everybody, if you please stand, it's time for our opening song. Here we go.
Woke up this morning with my mind
set on spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind set on spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind set on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Walking and talking with my mind set on spirit. Walking and talking with my mind set on spirit. Walking and talking with my mind set on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Here we go. Living in love and with my mind
Set on spirit.
I am
Living in love and with my mind set on spirit. Living in love and with my mind set on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah,
Good morning, Center for Spiritual Living Palm Desert. I'm Reverend Laura, and I'm filling some big shoes this month for Dr. Joe, who's on vacation. And so he's along the East Coast somewhere, and he's traveling and having a good time, getting those batteries recharged and ready to come back. He'll be that big bull again in the China shop, coming through. So I'm filling in this week, and so because this is my show this week, I am doing things a little different. I want to welcome our visitors now. So if you are here for the first time, I would love for you to stand up. Please don't be shy. I am so nice and sweet. And wow, look at all these people. Yes, welcome. And so, we're so happy you're here. So what we've given you is a CD holder with information about our center, but please stop by the foyer in the front and pick up a CD of a couple of Dr. Joe's talks. And we welcome you. And if you're visiting the Valley, why this time of year? No, just kidding. It's a fabulous place all time, every day of the year. It's wonderful here. But if you're from the Valley, we invite you back here and hope that you make this your spiritual home. So anyway, and so also I want to tell you, you'll hear it in the announcements at the end, but we're starting in August. We're going to do what we call coffee and conversations. Yes. And so what we want to do is we want to build more community. So over in Costa Hall, we have some donuts and iced tea and coffee and water. And just go over there and get to know each other, mingle. And you old-timers, if you see a face over there that you do not recognize, introduce yourself and make them feel at home. Like we've got all these new people here. And if they go over there, introduce yourself and make them feel welcome. All right, so let's do our mission statement before we get our fabulous artist out here. So let's say this together, please. We are a dynamic, open, and positive faith community that accepts all religions. Our mission is to awaken you to your divine nature, empowering you to create the life of your dreams. We are changing lives one heart at a time. Jerry Lynn, I'm going to turn it over to you.
All right. Well, once again, we're going to bring back the fabulous Chase Huna. So please put your hands together for this young man. This is a song off his album. This album has been climbing the charts for quite a long time now. So way to go, dude. What's the secret?
The hair.
The hair. All right. It's all in the hair.
So this is a song of his called On the Chase. Here we go.
Chase, I have a question. Okay, Chase wasn't even driving when he started performing here. So can you even perform anywhere in town because you're not 21, or what do you do?
I just sneak in.
Oh, you got that fake ID that my kids had? Okay, that's a spiritual gangster for you. Figured a way.
You know, he doesn't even have to sneak in. They
Oh.
just welcome him.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's wonderful to have you here, Chase. And don't forget, he's got CDs out there, so make sure you stop by and support. Support our little baby, our son that's growing up before our very eyes. Yeah. All right. So it's time to go into meditation. So we're going to let go of anything that was bothering us when we walked in these doors. This is our time to commune with that divinity that is within each and every one of us. So let's just take a deep breath in. Just let it go.
We can change the world one heart at a time. We can change the world one heart at a time. I see you, I know you. You're a part of me. We can change the world one heart at a time. We can change the world one heart at a time. I see you, I know you, you're a part of me. My heart is open to love. My heart is ready to love. We can change the world one heart at a time. We can change the world one heart at a time.
In this heart-open moment of readiness, savor with me the words that inspired this prayer. Even though we may not get a thunderbolt to the mind, we can know that wisdom walks with us every step of the way. Thank you, Dr. Reverend Margaret Stoltz. And I share this prayer with gratitude for another inspiring woman, Reverend Laura, whose divinely inspired wisdom is certain to inspire us today. And I also am grateful for 3 other inspiring women with birthdays this week. My devoted mother and my beloved prayer partner and today's birthday angel, Laurel Winston, both who continue to walk with me from the great beyond. Plus, our alive, ageless, and ta-da, amazingly 80 and delightfully dancing Dr. Maxine Kay. Thank you, dear ones. Although Meister Eckhart says, to say thank you is prayer enough, this prayer continues as I invite you to know with me that God is all there is, and that we are inseparably one with this allness and its infinite wisdom and bounty. Today, I celebrate that divine wisdom lives in us, as us, and walks with each one of us every step of the way, today, tomorrow, and on into that great beyond. I have faith that we quiet ourselves enough to hear that still small voice so that its wisdom strengthens us to walk with courage, confidence, and conviction. I trust that our paths are clearly defined and that with any misstep, we are easily redirected to the high road we are meant to be on. Forgiveness frees us to walk without burdens from the past, to enjoy the present, and with joyous anticipation of what's next. I give thanks to know that wisdom walked each one of us into this service today, that this wisdom orchestrates the perfection of this service and walks with us out into the coming week as we claim and share the good that is our divine birthright. With full faith that this prayer is accepted and acted upon in infinite mind, I gratefully release it to God's magnificent manifestation. And so it is. Amen.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Get ready, soul.
Let's just take a deep breath in, please, and let it out. Just come back.
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of love. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are the face of love. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are the face of love. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of love. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are the face of God.
Spirit
Chase
in
Huna.
action, totally. Are we so blessed or what? Look at all this talent we have up here. Oh my gosh. Wow, wow, wow. Just got God bumps all over. Oof. All right. So the August theme this month is Spiritual Mind Treatment, the form. And the talk was supposed to be how to give a spiritual mind treatment. And I just did not feel inspired. And so since this is my show, I changed it. But I want to explain something about this because, and I don't want to poo-poo spiritual mind treatment because that's really the foundation. I mean, that's one of the, the foundations of our teaching is spiritual mind treatment. So I'll do a quick little overview. So spiritual mind treatment is another word for affirmative prayer. Now, we have trained practitioners here that have not only taken the prerequisite courses, they've spent 2 years learning how to pray. And the first year is really about uncovering, discovering, and discarding any false beliefs. What are your little points that really get you? They really uncover that and really spend time getting rid of that and examining those things. And we tell them, okay, you've got to say these kind of words in these 5 steps because you're going to be tested on it. And this is the way you have to do it. But what we tell them and what I want you to get across today is that it's not so much the words, it's the feelings that go with the words. So today's talk is going to be, I am the creator of my life. And really, what this is about today is, thank you for that. That was very nice. Bless, I appreciate that. But to me, this is step 0 of your 5 steps of prayer. This is where you get your consciousness ready for your prayer, for your manifestation. And I want you, I didn't pick this picture, Julie picked this for me, and I love that. Do you see that energy coming out of him and his heart going out into the universe? You are constantly emitting that energy. All right, you are, remember Dr. Joe said you were broadcast stations? That's that energy that is always coming out of you. And so I want you to know from a scientific standpoint, from a quantum physics, that energy is going out into the universe, being emitted from you, and it's turning into particles. It's turning into mass, and it's attracting the same energy that you're putting out into the universe is going to be your experience. So, worrying is praying for something that you don't want, so stop worrying. All right? So that energy that you are projecting, those thoughts that you are projecting, it is going to come back to you from what you're projecting. So, our life is a result of the things we actively or passively choose to place our faith in. So what happens is we're getting all these messages from a very young age. Now, let's take Chase, for instance. There would be parents that would be saying, Chase, yeah, you really, you can really blow a good horn, but how's that going to support you? You really need to go to college and you need to get that degree and you need to do this or to do that. And that would have squelched his creativity, who he is as a human being, what his passion is. All right, but we do that. And you know what? And those messages are not our parents' fault. It's that race consciousness. This is what you should do. This is what's good. This is what's bad. This is, oh no, you can't do that. And you've got to do this because this is secure, da-da-da-da-da. The stories go on and on and on that we get these messages and we start believing it and we start limiting ourselves as to who we are. We have forgotten. And in fact, there may be people that have never even told us how magnificent we are and the power that we have to create our lives. So we have messages going that passively, messages that are going that we look out here in the world and we look at the reality with a little r based on what we've been told, and we find that. We see that because that's what we're expecting. Your mind is an outlet through which the creative intelligence of the universe seeks fulfillment. So each one of us, we have that divine spark within us. We have that seed of divinity within us, and it is looking for an outlet. It is looking for a place, a way to express, and each one of us expresses it uniquely. But each one of us is that powerful being. Each one of us is God in human clothes, but we are that magnificence. And so we get inspired. We have ideas. How many of us have had things, oh, I'd love to do this. Oh, but I can't afford it. Oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, that we talk ourselves out of it because we don't really believe who we are. So we need to learn to exchange our fears, doubts, and uncertainties for faith. Faith can make you whole. Faith can convert fear into certainty, power into riches, disease into health. But we don't believe it. And yet, how many cases have we heard of a spontaneous remission? Right? It's because they connected with that divinity within them. They did not focus on their disease, which is just dis-ease, which is just fear, false beliefs. They focused on that divinity that is within them. There is nothing that we can't do if we just connect with that, if we really believe it and really know it. But it's one thing just to think it, you have to work at it. You have to work at it. We can't just, it's wonderful that you come in here on Sundays and you get these messages, but it does you no good if you don't take it out that door and work it every day that you're not here. So every person is a doorway through which the infinite passes into the finite, through which God becomes man, through which the universal becomes the individual. And so there are no accidents. You look at all of you in here today. You didn't come here because it's a mortal sin if you don't go to church on Sunday. And if you're gone for a few months, we don't say you need to come to confession bliss. You haven't been here. You need to be healed and saved and whatever. All right, you come here because of that divine spark that is within each and every one of you that knows that there's a better way of being, another way of existing than what you're doing. You want more and you deserve more and you expect more, and this is what we try to help you with on Sundays. But you've got to do the work when you leave here. All right, we're here to give you tools, but you got to work it. And it's constantly because you'll get sucked in with what's going on out there. And you'll believe that's the reality. And the reality is what you make it. So Dr. Ernest Holmes, in this thing called You, he says that, suppose we were to think of it this way. There is a spirit in me, and this spirit is God as his own son or daughter. Whether or not I understand it, there is a real myself, and that's with a capital M, which forever exists in pure spirit. I had nothing to do with this. I merely awoke and discovered it. I did not give it to myself, and I cannot withdraw myself from it. I can only accept it. Okay, people, it is time to awake and discover it. All right, it is time for us to do that. And I'm telling you, if we really live these principles and work these principles, there would be miracles, not just that our practitioners are making happen, but that each and every one of you, your lives would be transformed just like that. But you got to work it. You got to work it. And so, and you look around the world and you say, okay, if we have this, why then, if these things are true, is the world still impoverished, mentally and physically ill, and apparently unable to become unified? Is that what's going on in the world? Oh, no. All right. Here's the thing, though. This God, divine intelligence, whatever your word for, what I like to say God because that's how I was brought up, is not going to come down in a big cloud and the angels are going to be singing and it's going to wave a wand and say, oh, everything is peaceful, everybody is wealthy, there's no more suffering. No, we are it. Tag, you're it. We are the ones that came here to save ourselves and to save the world and to help each other do it. All right? So we are the ones that have to do the work. We are the ones that have to open up to Spirit and allow it to work by means of us. We have to connect with that. And so change is a choice instead of a reaction. All right? Let's not wait for a crisis to happen in our life where we go, oh, I got to change. I need to change. And that's okay too, because let me tell you, when a crisis does come, that's just Spirit giving you a kick to say, wake up. It's time to change course. It's time to look at life differently. It's time to claim your power. You are my child. You are a part of me. Let's get going. I'm not here. I didn't put you here to suffer or to play less than. I put you here to be magnificent, and you are magnificent. And Spirit, God, divine intelligence sees it all in each and every one of us. There's only one of us here. It looks like a bunch of us, but you're not even here. I might as well go home. No. There's only one of us, and we are all part of that one. We are all part of this divine universe. So, Dr. Joe Dispenza. So here's what I love. I love science. I love, my quantum physics because, to me, it explains our spirituality in a way that is provable that praying, meditation, does make a difference. And Dr. Joe Dispenza says, if you make the effort to change your inner world of thoughts and feelings, your external environment should begin to give you feedback to show you that your mind has had an effect on your outer world. So I read that and I thought, okay, we're going to do a month-long experiment here in our center. And you're each going to take one of these if you choose to take the challenge. And what it is every day it starts off, it says, I am the creator of my life, today's deliberate intentions to create this day. And then you put in there what your intention is for this day. Start creating your day. Don't do your day the way you always do. Get up, brush your teeth, have coffee, whatever. Change it. Focus. Take this time. This time is for you. Love yourself enough to do this for yourself. Take that time. Do some meditation. And then my intention for this day is, and I want you to vision, what is it I want to experience this day? Now, you might want to, before you even do this, is what is the vision for your life? And maybe your intention for this day is what you're wanting your day to be. And then it says, what I am committed to accomplish today that is in alignment with my vision of what I am choosing to experience and who I am. It's basically your spiritual to-do list. What are you going to do? What are you going to experience? How are you going to show up? What is it that you want to experience? Then you're going to do, at the end of the day, you're going to do your end of the day recap. And you're going to go on reviewing this day. These are my top 5 wins. So pay attention during the day for the universe to give you some messages, to give you some little clues that it's paying attention to you. All right? And then you're going to say, what areas need more attention tomorrow? Maybe one of your things was to be compassionate and not get angry or something, and you got angry. Maybe you'll want to change that. Maybe that's part of it. Anyway, take the 3 that maybe you didn't do. Maybe you won't even have any. Maybe you will have accomplished them all. But if you do, write them in here and then put them on your list for the next day. And then the final thing, which is so important, is I recognize that gratitude is a powerful energy in changing my life and or enhancing my life. This day, the following is what I am grateful for. So I want you to look at your day and really think about what you are grateful for in your life. Because what we know is that when you have gratitude is appreciation. And what does appreciation mean? If you have an account and it gets great appreciation, it means it's growing. And so the more that you focus on things to grow, the more you will start seeing, because what will happen is you'll be looking for good things in your life, and it will expand your awareness. And the more you see, the more you experience, the more the universe is going to send to you. So it's like when you send your faith out or you send your positive, like I said, it's like sending gold out. Gold is going to come back. It's attraction. What are you attracting? It is that law of attraction. And you have to have the faith. You have to have the faith that it is working. We give you these tools here at the center, but yet we practice them. We have an abundance committee, and I'm not supposed to talk about money, but what I want to tell you is that our collections have been down for the last 6 months, probably lower than they've been in years. But we are keeping the faith. That's why we're painting the center. We are not going into a lack consciousness. We don't know where the money is going to come from or the finances. It might be somebody in here. I don't know. But we do know that Spirit always takes care of us because of that energy that we're sending out into the universe. So we are practicing our faith. We are practicing these principles. And that's what you need to do. If you keep doing the same thing every day, having the same repeated thoughts, fears, or whatever, your life is not going to change. You can't just say one prayer and think, it could. But if your consciousness isn't in there, if you're just saying it, and then at the end of your prayer, you go, oh God, I hope you heard that, and I hope you answer me. You just wiped it all out, people. All right? So you have to live in that faith. You have to be that which you are praying for. You have to come from that consciousness. So I want us to say this prayer together, please. This is the bottom on your sheet, but let's say this affirmation together. I know that I am continuously receiving new impressions from life, new, better, and full ways of living. I let newness, freshness, and originality of spirit permeate my entire consciousness. All right, so your mission, if you so choose to accept it this week, is to do your sheets every day, faithfully in the morning and in the evening, and then next week, those of you who have had some changes, I'm going to let you speak and tell us what little, and it doesn't have to be anything huge. It could just be an awareness that you have, something that's just shifted a little bit. Like, wow, I never thought this would shift. Or it could be a big thing. But do this and do it faithfully, because you'll get in the habit. And that's, I love, I'm going to do, did we do the Joe Dispenza quote? Yeah. Oh, we did? All right, well, I wanted to tell you, because I never know what's coming out of my mouth, so. Anyway, so one of the quotes I did with Dr. Joe Dispenza is from this book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, How to Lose Your Mind and Create a New One. All right, you got to lose your mind, people. You must be crazy because you're here anyway. So you got to lose it and create a new one. That's probably going to be my book study this fall because I love the science behind it. But this week, create a new reality for yourself. Be those magnificent creators that you are. You are all powerful. You should and be living the life that you desire, not the default life that maybe you're just accepting as, oh, well, it's not bad. You know what? It can be magnificent. And you each have the power to create that. So ends your lesson. And I'll see you next week. Yes. All those, yes, they're out there. Thank you. Thank you. They're out there on the counter. Thank you all. I'll see you for donuts after.
Let's give another big hand to Reverend Laura for doing such a great job today. Oh my gosh. My name is Dale Olansky, for those of you that don't know me, and I'm the lead practitioner here. And when Dr. Joe is gone, I play the role of Reverend Laura. So that's what I'll be doing this whole month. So it's a pleasure to be here with you today. And I encourage you as well to do the quote-unquote homework that Reverend Laura is giving us to do. It doesn't take that long, but it can change your mind permanently. So dive in, have fun with it, and see how things change for you. This is our offertory portion of our service, so I would like to call forth our concierge to come forward. And we are just so very grateful for the financial prosperity that you share with us, because you are what makes this center able to thrive. And so we're grateful for whatever you can give from your heart that allows us to do what we do here, which is create a wonderful container for people to be inspired and healed. So we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. As you can see, you can text your offering if you prefer. But I think we're all gathered, so let's go ahead and put up the prayer as we say together. I offer this gift with joy and gratitude. I receive freely and give freely, knowing the law of circulation is working perfectly in my life and the life of this center.
All right. If we could ask you to stand and sing with us, I think it'd be really powerful. I love my life.
Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. It's up to me to be thankful. It's up to me to be kind. It's up to me to be grateful. It's up to me. It's up to me. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'd like to introduce Bud to all of you. He is one of our dearest congregants here. And you told me such a great story today about being receptive to your good. You know, we give, and sometimes we put a block up to receiving our good, and that disturbs the whole flow of divine reciprocity. So, Bud, give us just a brief synopsis of your realization that you had.
In a class with Dale and William on this coming Wednesday, don't miss it. Dale and I were having a conversation. I identified as a person who gives, and we were talking back and forth, and I said, for me to be fulfilled, I have to have someone that takes. And Dale just looked at me. She said, no, receive. And I wrestled with that for about 3 or 4 days. I said, semantics, you give, receive. And finally, I woke up one day and I said, oh my God, if I give, if you take, then I lose my power of giving you something. You're just taking it. But if you receive it, then I'm fulfilled. And what I really realized from that was when I give someone something, I have this expectation that I'm going to get it back like form. And what happens, I miss the person's way of giving to me because I'm waiting to get it the same way I gave it. Anyway, it was great.
Right on. This is what happens at Center for Spiritual Living Palm Desert. Thank you, Ben. Okay, well, let's go ahead and bless the funds that we received today. Join me as we say, we bless this collective offering and receive it with gratitude, knowing it is spirit in action. As this currency flows through our center and beyond, it blesses many lives, including my own. Thank you so much. I think you can just go back there. Okay, and now I believe we have announcements, so let's roll.
Join Dale Olansky and William Conway for Rev It Up Wednesday. It may be just what you need, a midweek faith lift. It happens Wednesday from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. Meditation is one of the most positive and powerful things we can do for our bodies, mind, and souls. Join Dale Olansky this Thursday from 5:30 to 6:15 for Primordial Sound Group Meditation. This is a 30-minute guided meditation. For more information, pick up a flyer on the patio after today's service. It's games and potluck, and you're invited. It's Sunday, August 19th, immediately following the conclusion of the 11 a.m. service. Bring your favorite dish, your favorite games, and share with others. Sunday, August 19th from 12:15 to 3 p.m. For more details, pick up a flyer at the Rainbow Lunch table on the patio or call the office at 760-346-4649. Sunday is a day of fellowship and messages that heal and guide us, but it is also a time to experience music that we may sing to ourselves the rest of the week. This month is filled with amazing artists like Nadine Risha on August 12th and Melanie Taylor on August 19th. Make sure to attend and enjoy music from these two great artists. We call it Coffee and Conversation. It's an opportunity to socialize with your spiritual family and maybe make a new friend. Join us at Costa Hall before you rush off to conquer the rest of your day. The fires on our mountain are now contained and life is being rebuilt for those affected. We want to thank all the firefighters who face circumstances of danger and odds that seem unsurmountable to save lives and property. Thank you all for your generous contributions of money and supplies for those heroic souls. If you'd like more information, please refer to today's bulletin.
I'm so glad we have those announcements because it reminds me what I have going on this week. Anyways, we want for you guys to just join us wherever you can. We have 1-minute miracles following services. So if you're in need of prayer, if you're walking through something challenging, or you've got something that's coming up that's really wonderful and you want to make sure that it blossoms and grows for you, we have practitioners over in the Om Room, which is over there across the way, and they will pray for you. It just takes a minute, and it's amazing what will happen. They are wonderful practitioners, and you can count on them to bring your good into your life just by knowing what's true and real about you. So they're there. And there's our calendar. We've got something going on almost every day. So if you want to be connected to your spiritual family or you just need to be in the presence of loved ones, we've got plenty of opportunities, different things. So join us if you can. And this is the point of the service where I just like to give great gratitude to everybody in this center for you guys for showing up today and allowing us to connect and know the spiritual truth about who we are. And to Reverend Laura, who always does an amazing job. She's still over there. Love her. See, this is when the girls get to come out and really shine their light and just show you a whole other way of doing things. I'd like to thank William and the guys in the back for making the lights work and the sound. Thank you. I'd like to thank Elizabeth and Steve and Julie for doing the behind-the-scenes stuff and making everything seem really easy and effortless. I'd love to thank Jerry Lynn and the band who grace us with their beautiful music. They are the best. And Chase, isn't he remarkable? My goodness. No words, no words. And don't forget, he is selling CDs outside the sanctuary, so if you want to take him home with you, that's the only way it's going to happen. So he's there. And I want to thank all the practitioners and ministers who hold the high watch for all of you guys 24/7. We are always holding you in our hearts in prayer, knowing that your good is always flowing in your life. So we are always here for you, and we serve graciously and lovingly. Okay, so without further ado, I believe it is time to pray. So I invite you to close your eyes and please join me in consciousness. As we just take this time right now to declare what is true and real about us and about this universe that we live in, that there is only one power, one presence, one source of life, and I like to call it God or Spirit, the infinite intelligence that makes this world run beautifully, harmoniously, and in perfect balance. And so I know that we are ready to accept our divine inheritance, to see ourselves differently, to see ourselves through the lens of truth, that we are the expression of Spirit fully and completely. And so this is a week where we identify with the soul, the spirit of who we are, and give it a voice to act in, as, and through us, to turn away from old patterns of belief that are limiting, that keep us down, that do not reflect the divine nature of our beingness. And so we open ourselves up to that divine energy that occupies every part of our beingness, from the cellular all the way out to the energetic. And we let it come in, we let it express, knowing that we are creating our lives every moment of every day. So we create from the divine center of our beingness and allow the light and the love and the joy and the peace and the prosperity and the wholeness of life to be made manifest in every single area of our life experience, knowing we are worthy and deserving of having it all and more. And so I know that as we leave this sanctuary, our hearts are so filled with love. We are inspired to live in spirit. We are inspired to do that work that shifts our consciousness and puts us in a place of complete alignment with the divinity that we all are. And so I am grateful to see the gifts of the universe that are pouring into everybody's lives this week. As we open up our arms, our hearts, our souls to be the receivers and the givers of good, knowing that we are changing our hearts and the hearts of the universe by standing and living in truth. And so knowing that we are blessed to be here, we are blessed by each other, and we are blessed by a bountiful week of love and joy and peace, I just let go. I let God do all the work, knowing that all is always unfolding in its divine, right, and perfect way. And so knowing this is complete and we are ready for a wonderful week, I let go and I let it be, as we say together, and so it is. Amen. Have a wonderful week, and we will see you soon.